Yeah, no, I tend to agree with you there. I think that in most lanes coming into this, I think that UNSW has the advantage in terms of just performance in the past. That being said, we've seen many a times that performance in the past is not, the only factor in determining how these are going to go. As we get into picks and bans with the Rengar and Jinx banned straight away.
Yeah, Rengar and Jinx will be taken out of the table for this one, as the cat is where she should not be right now. Very naughty cat at this stage. However, not much we can do about that. That hurts me inside.
The cat knows you're streaming, so it's capitalizing on the few moments that it can get on the bench.
It means, yeah, exactly that. However, no cats are going to be allowed in this game, as poor Rengar already banned out of this one, as well as Kog'Maw, Syndra, Thresh, and Jinx. Now, Senna not banned yet, which is interesting because that 100% win rate right now, New South Wales, they could be looking to give it up and give it over to that Griffith side potentially, or they will ban it away right here. I'm curious if they're going to try to break the curse, and they're not. They're going to get rid of Varus instead.
So are we going to see the first pick Senna here? That's going to be a big tell. Is Griffith, is that something they're still playing for, or they've got something else in mind? They picked the MF instead. Are they giving it up to UNSW here?
Oh, we could be seeing a starving Senna yet again for the University of New South Wales. I mean, Griffith University, it looks like their priorities will be going for that MF in lane still. Something we haven't actually seen too much of in the later weeks of this tournament. Tarek had been rising in popularity, has been kind of pick banned the past couple of weeks, will be locked in, as well as that Wukong. So despite the win rate, no one really focusing on what would be the Senna. A bit of a shame, because I do like that Senna. However, Wukong, one of the strongest laners right now, the double Cyclone definitely has been put into use so far in this tournament. In response, though, we'll be getting that Leona Misfortune lane, something we haven't seen for a bit. The Jarvan, still available as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see a return to the hotbox combo, as we like to call it.
Yeah, the hotbox was really big in the first, I believe, 3 weeks of this tournament. We saw it almost every time, and then immediately replacing the hotbox combo was Starving Senna. And I believe this is pretty much the first game in a long time in this tournament that Senna was not either first picked or banned.
Yeah, it's actually is a bit of a surprise, kind of showing a change in the meta, or at least some priorities for both these teams. New South Wales definitely looking to be on the adaptive side of things. Wukong has been growing in popularity. Tarek has been growing in popularity. Vayne as well. Batty has played Vayne a couple times, has had success on this champion. It's always fun to watch, so wouldn't be surprised to see that got locked in, especially in conjunction with that Tarek. That is going to be a scary bot lane. However, I'm a little worried about the gap closing capabilities when you're against the Misfortune Leona. That could be tight. It's going to be an interesting bot lane. It's definitely going to put emphasis on both of these junglers, and already you're kind of seeing, well, I guess jungle flex banned away with the Talia, but I expect to see more jungle focus in these bans.
Yeah, you've really got to put some jungle bans on, especially against Mincam. I think that you've really just got to shut him down as much as you can. The Garen ban coming out, I guess trying to take away potentially a bad matchup for Vladimir. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely well versed in the Vladimir Garen matchups in the top lane, but Griffith obviously has some gripes with him, so they're banning away. And there goes the Jarvan that we were talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get rid of that Jarvan. It synergizes far too easily with Leona Misfortune. LeBlanc will be the last ban, arguably the strongest mid laner so far, I feel, in this tournament. Surprised it goes down. The other strongest mid laner, I would say, would be the Syndra. So Griffith University throwing a lot of respect over to Nice Joke with 2 mid lane power picks banned away. Nice Joke, I imagine, will be going for that counter pick last for University of New South Wales. So I want to see a jungler locked in here. There's still a lot of good junglers out there. You have your Lee Sins, I was going to say your Elises, but already going for the Orianna. So Nice Joke on the Orianna.
Hey, you never know. That could be an Orianna jungle. You never know. They could still be flexing.
What was it? Unicorns of Love. Way back when did the Ori jungle? No, it wasn't. It was Nashor's Tooth Orianna mid. It wasn't.
I don't think they went that. I don't think they went that crazy in the tournament. Unicorns of Love maybe a fun team, but I don't think they were that fun.
They were pretty fun. They brought back Poppy. It was pretty great. Anyways, you got
mid gets locked in.
Ooh, solution mid into the Orianna, something that can abuse, punish that Orianna, and the Olaf jungle still available. No Jarvan there, however. Could be looking at something different right now. Going to go the Fiddlesticks. Alrighty, so we get to see Fiddlesticks in competitive play. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting because Fiddlesticks has been sort of not really that competitively viable from what most people's opinions of him are, is that the numbers just aren't high enough on him to make him worthwhile. But are we going to see the Trundle coming out? We've seen Trundle be a very strong jungler. Never mind. The Zac is coming out for Mincam. Again, another strong pick.
Gonna do a bit. Actually, that could be a top lane Zac into the Vladimir. No, okay, it's just gonna be the top lane Wukong. You can switch or swap those around. I've seen crazier things, but I do like the Zac in the jungle a bit more, doing a bit of an Ubisoft cosplay from the start of the season. Mincam going to try and make this champion his own against the Fiddlesticks, who has actually a fast and safe clear. Something that might come back to punish this Zac in the jungle. However, if we take a look at these teams as a whole, I do like the Fiddlesticks pick, only because what have you got to lose, right? Yeah, you're not going to be making the playoffs. This is your last game to have some fun with it. Why not pull out that new champion, that fun champion? So we're going to see Fiddlesticks in this. We're going to see that Lucian mid. There's still, a nice mix of damage coming from the Griffith side. You have a lot of damage, to be perfectly honest. The only thing I'm worried about is really, there's not a lot of engage coming out of Griffith University.
The engage is the Fiddlesticks. If Fiddlesticks whiffs the engage, there is nothing left for them, unless you get a ridiculously good Hemoplague engage from the Vladimir, but those are very few and far between. I do like the Fiddlesticks pick in the sense that it takes the heal away from, or it takes a summoner away from Vayne, pretty much forcing Vayne to take that cleanse. So, in terms of if you're, Lucian, if you're like the other members of the team, you don't have to worry as much about the potential, the barriers, the heals, because they've got no CC to use anyway. So it just effectively means they have a bit more of a potential 1v1 advantage over Vayne in the later stages of the game, but by that point, Vayne is already probably scaled to a scary place.
Yeah, I mean, Vayne is definitely going to be an issue. I feel like the other big issue that I'm worried about for Griffith will be the ball delivery system. You got two options to throw it on. You can throw it on the Zac, you can throw it on the Wukong. And that is sort of where I'm saying, like, realistically, the engage is probably going to be coming from this New South Wales side. They're the team that is a bit more built to team fight. That usually will be the case when you have a Taric locked in. It is still going to be a case of, can you stop this Vayne? Is Vayne going to pop off? There is some peel there available for her, but most of the crowd control is going to be put in these engages. So a lot of it's going to come down to the individual play from Batty himself. And so that's going to be exciting to watch, because that damage is going to be coming flying back at him. I'm just worried there's really not a lot of lockdown tools, not a lot of engage from this Griffith side. It's pretty much all on ZY, really, to shut down Batty in this matchup. And I feel like as a result, fights probably not going to be what Griffith is looking for. They're looking to be win lane, win game, let's play scrappy. Maybe that Vladimir can be a bit of that late game insurance, but I expect to see aggressive pathing and gank attempts coming from this Fiddlesticks. I want to see them try to win that lane, keep the map spread out, something that, a couple teams have had trouble with in the past in this league. I believe it was Swinburne last week who struggled with that, but New South Wales, they've been pretty good when they've had that lead. I'll be curious to see if Griffith can get that lead and how they play with it. That said, though, we are soon going to be jumping on the Rift right now. If you are in that Twitch chat, go ahead, drop your predictions, who you think is going to win this. We've each said University of New South Wales. I'm sticking with my pick. I'm going to give you one last chance to change, though.
I'm going to stick with my UNSW pick. I think that overall, I just prefer their team comp. I think they're going to be way more comfortable in the front-to-back sort of team fighting, whereas Griffith is really going to have to try and go for those flank team fights and those unexpected, catches. And I think UNSW is not going to give them many opportunities to do that. So I will be sticking with my opinion of UNSW taking this game away. But I am very excited to see what Griffith can pull out in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be excited to watch this Fiddlestick, see where he goes, see what he can do against that slower clear of the Zac. That's going to be very critical. If Griffith could get an early lead, they do have the tools to sort of snowball a situation like this, as we are loading onto the Rift right now. Once more, it is Griffith University on the blue side, mathematically eliminated from making to the playoffs, so it's a bit of a pride game for them, taking on the University of New South Wales, who will be our number 2 seeded team. You'd have to think they're the favorites in this one, but anything can happen.
Yes, anything can happen, especially with the unknown of the Fiddlesticks being thrown into the mix. We haven't seen Fiddlesticks in this tournament so far, so we really don't know how that could work out for Griffith, and how, if UNSW is going to be able to manage it.
Yeah, Pharaoh, in the past, we've seen him bullied by aggressive junglers, in particular one Scott, if I recall in recent memories. Curious to see if Fiddlesticks will go a bit better. Now, Mincam, strong jungler himself. He will invade. He will challenge you, but maybe not on the Zac. So that should give a small advantage, I feel, to Pharaoh. He should be able to clear and sort of play quite safe. What's interesting, however, is the fact that University of New South Wales, they are putting attention on that bot side of the map, and you can see already they sort of have figured out that there's a good chance he's going to be on the bot side, although you did see the question mark ping on the top side of Griffith's jungle, so University of New South Wales might not actually know exactly where Pharaoh is starting. Starting red's a little bit cheeky for Fiddlesticks, and Mincam opting for a wolf start, as a matter of fact. So this is going to be very unique. A lot of pings in these jungles. I think each jungler is going to do something a bit different in this.
Yeah, we have the wolf start coming up from Mincam, so immediately Vayne able to get into lane and start setting up the lane just how she wants it. Zac is one of those characters that can solo those farms really. Big Herc. What did you do?
Yeah, this is what I mean. Big Herc's laning phases in recent weeks have kind of been a bit of a trouble point for the Griffith University side, and Ozo, he's actually been looking stronger and stronger out there, so that's a good start for the Wukong, already forcing a Vladimir back. And what's also interesting is the Fiddlesticks did walk across that ward, so Mincam is going to be very aware that he has the bot half of the map to himself. You have the pushing wave on Chauncey and ZY, and they're still pushing forward. That could have been a gank opportunity, although Mincam looks more content to just go ahead and clear his jungle.
Yeah, I think he's just going to try get that as much of an advantage as possible. I think he knows that Vayne, Baddie, and Vegan Bandit are very comfortable where they are, and they can wait a little bit longer for that gank. The cannon missed for Katu in the mid lane, as I think we're just going to see a lot of poke going down onto Big Herc.
Yeah, eventually the Vladimir will be able to out-sustain the Wukong, but that's not going to be till much, much later in this game. Ozo has to be a bit careful here. He should be aware that, Pharaoh's standing on a ward, so he should be completely aware that Pharaoh is currently moving in on him, and it's just a matter of stepping back for now. Obviously, Pharaoh, he would like to be up there farming, and he'll go right back to it. Good positioning from Pharaoh, though, because he is just providing that bit of support to kind of help Big Herc get some of that farm, get back in this game. He's already had to blow teleport. Cannot afford to miss much else in that top side.
Yeah, with the TP down, he really needs to get the CS, and the one thing that most people hate in this game is farming onto tower as Vladimir, so, I'm comfortable that Big Herc is not going to struggle with that aspect of the game, but, it is nice to have a little bit of security in your lane as we get the first totem put down by Pharaoh.
Yeah, Totem's going to be placed right there, trying to catch Midcam rotating through his own jungle. Unfortunately, Mincam has instead decided to recall with a pretty cleared out jungle, so Pharaoh's not going to find out too much, except for the fact that perhaps a counter gank won't be coming from above should he move in on Nice Joke right here. The Scarecrow is in waiting. Nice Joke still playing this pretty safe. There's nothing that's really kind of told New South Wales that Pharaoh has left the top half of the map, so Nice Joke should be at least somewhat aware that if Pharaoh's going to come, it will be from that top side. You can see Nice Joke playing on the bottom side of the lane as a result, and yeah, no gap close yet for Pharaoh, so no gank to be had.
Yeah, no gank to be had yet. Meanwhile, we have Big Herc getting jumped on again by Ozo, but Ozo taking a very large amount of damage from those minions, so a questionable trade, but one that...
He's got cookies.
He's got
cookies,
prepared. He'll be fine.
His mom packed him a snack before setting him off on his adventure, so he'll eat a cookie, feel good about himself,
Get back into it.
Exactly. Cookie's a bit of a morale boost. Ozo will be fine. I think Ozo's feeling very confident in this lane right now, just from how some of those initial trades had gone and the positioning of it. Really been a bit unfortunate for Pharaoh. He has been looking for opportunities to make plays happen, but good ward, good map sense really has kept New South Wales safe, and Midcam is going to catch out the little bit of the invade right there on the top half of his map. Now, you don't usually invade unless a jungler's around, so that will also tip off New South Wales that Pharaoh will be on the bot side of the map. Top side uses that as an opportunity to recall, although Ozo might have misplayed that. Meanwhile, Mincam is actually going to go ahead and slingshot. May have caught out Katu right here. Pulls him back into a bit of trouble. Flash has already been used, so Katu's instead going to try and turn this around for a kill. Drops the ignite, but the damage is not there, and first blood goes to New South Wales.
Yeah, the second Katu decided to E aggressively there, Mincam just went in for the kill, as there was no way for him to get out of there. Really unfortunate for Katu. What looked like it was going to be a pretty good fight for him, a really aggressive play, which was good to see. against that Orianna. Unfortunately, hasn't paid out, and ended up giving a kill as...
Oh,
wow.
I'm not sure ZY wanted that Zenith Blade to hit because Chauncey's a bit on his own right now, although Batty is forced to tumble away, looking for the re-engage. Chauncey stepped forward, has to flash to try and escape. You can see the Vegan Bandit trying to run him down, but will not get there. The rain will come down as well as the Zenith Blade, but it's on the wrong target. Batty, okay to just get some more free fires in onto ZY, who has to back out for now. An extended trade does go in favor of New South Wales.
Yeah, it goes just in favor of New South Wales. I think there was a couple of those Zenith Blades that ZY wasn't expecting to hit, so makes sense that those fights were a little broken, as Fiddlesticks potentially going for a gank here.
Yeah, Pharaoh's going to be looking for it. This time there is no wards. Ozo, he's got to be super cautious right here. The Hemo Plague actually used to initiate that, and Ozo's just like, okay, well, I'm not going up the lane. I'm going to run down it. A bit premature from Big Herc, and unfortunately, that does disrupt the gank attempt.
Yeah, and now we have to worry about Pharaoh just getting jumped on by both Mincam and Ozo. He has nowhere really to go except down, but he's in a world of pain right now.
This could be really bad. Auto the Gromp, there you go, gets pulled right back in. Pharaoh has to burn Flash, still trying to run, but he's only level 5, and this could be really bad, or will it? The damage being turned around in Pharaoh's favor. Nice Joke's going to try and show up to make the save. The Shockwave connects onto Big Herc. Ozo goes back in. How is he still alive? Katu's going to take care of that problem with a nice shot over the wall, and New South Wales stick around a little too long, it seems, and Griffith get one back.
Yeah, Katu managing to get one back there, but that was almost really, really bad for UNSW there. Katu, unfortunately, missing his E over the wall. If he was able to get that E, he could have gone for a, piercing light onto Nice Joke and potentially killed Mincam as well. So that nearly went very badly for UNSW, and they're lucky to get away with only one kill going towards Griffith.
Yeah, I think that's the best way of putting it. They're lucky that it is only going to be one kill right there. I mean, Pharaoh, that lifesteal kind of, I think, caught the University of New South Wales by surprise. And one of the benefits of sort of playing a champion that perhaps your opponents don't know much about, you don't know the limits, you don't know what you can take and what you can. And Pharaoh looked all dead for rights, able to turn that back around. Now, Big Herc, in a similar situation, is going to have to go ahead and use the Sanguine Pool to escape. However, something that should be noted is the sheer amount of lifesteal realistically on this Griffith side between the Fiddlesticks as well as the Vladimir. I want to start seeing some of those, bleed effects, your Thorn Mails, your Last Whisper, something to sort of stop the health regen, because that could actually really put a damper in New South Wales team fight capabilities.
Yeah, no, I'm expecting an early Executioner's Calling at some point coming out from the side of UNSW.
Mincam, Elastic Slingshot over the wall is going to go ahead and pull ZY back into a bad situation. Here comes the bullet time, but it's only dashing Vegan Bandit. That's okay. It'll be support for support, and a 2v3. Griffith happy with that trade.
Yeah, Griffith very happy to get a kill onto their ADC in effectively a 3v2 gank, so they are more than happy with the outcome that has happened there. Chunji is still going to get that CS in the bot lane, so he is more than happy with what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's just making the best of a bad situation, but they're not really out yet. Katu is going to get slowed down, pulled back a bit. Nice Joke there. Shockwave right in Katu's face, throws him back into the danger zone. Batty, will he get there in time for the kill? Not quite. Mincamp's going to secure for himself, but here comes the Crow Storm over the wall. The Zenith Blade also connecting on the Nice Joke, and that's going to be one kill turn back. Mincamp's going to go ahead and punish Pharaoh for daring to disrupt this dive, but the rest of Griffith has arrived, and they're going to clean up all of those pesky invaders, or at least one Batty, as Mincam will be able to walk away.
That was a very broken fight, but at the end of the day, Chunchi getting another kill there, as well as Fiddlesticks doing surprisingly well in this game. The couple of times Fiddlesticks has shined so far has been really big moments, and I think we're going to see potentially a very strong pick coming out of Pharaoh here, as that Electrocute has been doing mad damage.
It has been, and that was just a great use of the Crow Storm in that fight. Something, though, that Griffith needs to be cautious of is Mincam, arguably the star of the University of New South Wales. He's off to a strong start in his own right, has his Cinder Hulk, probably has the most gold in the game at that stage. Doing quick math, it's either going to be him or Chauncey on the Griffith side, each of them doing quite well in this game. And as a result, I still feel like Mincam is that one step ahead. It's just been a couple of invades New South Wales has gone for a bit prematurely that have come back to bite them. They still have that objective control. They're still getting that first dragon. It will be an Ocean Drake, but they are picking it up quite late into this game.
Yeah, they are picking up, though, at the end of the day. And it is interesting to note that even though Pharaoh has, the faster clear and is able to, double clear really efficiently on that Fiddlesticks, he's still equal in CS with Mincam. So Mincam doing very well to keep up in CS in this game.
Yeah, Mincam has actually been playing a very strong Zac game, and Pharaoh's going to do what he can. You take Dragon, we'll go ahead and get this first Rift Herald. Again, because it's such a later take, though, getting a second Rift Herald might be tricky for either of these teams. Well, though, Griffith should be able to get this fine. I don't expect it to go to Big Herc, just because, in theory, he should have the weaker lane up in the top half of the map. You probably want to play this mid lane, I'm feeling, if you're New South Wales. Either way, though, Pharaoh will be the one who picks it up. We'll see where Shelly will come into play in the future. Down below, however, this is where Mincam has been putting a lot of his pressure on the map. He has been working the bot side largely. You can tell by that sheer amount of ward presence. And once again, he is going to be looking for something here. Oh, here comes Slingshot, connects with both, but the flash stun was a little bit too late. It's okay, though, because enough damage is there for Batty to get one. Solar Flare does get the stun on the Vegan Bandit, but not on the Batty, so the double kill will go over to the Vayne. Great gank coming from New South Wales.
And this is exactly what UNSW wants to happen. They want to get that Vayne ridiculously fed, because nothing is scarier than a hypercarry Vayne. Unfortunately, the flash Taric stun missing there, but at the end of the day, the nice ulti from Mimcam pushing ZY back into him, as overall a very good and a very clean fight from UNSW.
Yeah, that I like the theory behind the flash play, but there's enough crowd control from Mimcam. You gotta trust your jungle. You gotta trust your Zac. Zac is great.
Yeah, I think he was, wanting to make sure, effectively trying to confirm the knock-up, but at the end of the day, it wasn't necessary. And, yeah, it blows flash, but at the end of the day, I think 2 kills onto your Vayne is more than worth the flash of a Taric.
And unfortunately, we do only have one spectator, so as a result, during that fight, we did miss what happened up top right there. A bit of a gank back in favor of Pharaoh. He had to use flash to do it, but he got himself a kill onto Ozo. So, bot side going in favor of New South Wales, top side going in favor of Griffith. Kind of what we expected when we looked at these team comps right now. The issue here I worry about, though, is Vayne already has that Blade of the Ruin King. 3 kills, has a bit of a bounty. Dragon control definitely going New South Wales' way, and the response to that is going to be a Fiddlesticks. And while Fiddles is great early to mid game, Fiddles will drop off where Vayne will start to get stronger. So it does mean a smaller window for Griffith if things continue at this pace. Griffith actually should have the advantage at the moment. As you can see right there, another kill getting picked up by this top side, this time going over to Big Herc, and we're going to see that Herald dropped. And I mean, I'm going to go back on what I said. I actually thought the top side would be going more New South Wales' favor. It's been going more Griffith's favor. That said, a bit of a tower rescue attempt coming from mid-camp, jumping headfirst into a 1v2. The damage is just going to get turned right back onto him, and he does save the tower for now, but I don't know for how long.
Yeah, I don't know for how long he's going to be able to hold that tower, as you see the damage coming out. Oh, no.
Oh, no, indeed. That is New South Wales again, kind of invading pretty deep, and another kill picked up on the top side. This time it's actually Ozo getting a bit of revenge. He used teleport, it looked like, on the flank. Didn't even need to use the Cyclone, and he did take Pharaoh down. So, you just blink on one end of this map right here, and you miss some action.
Yeah, there is action in pretty much the top and bot constantly in this lane. Mid lane being shoved in by Nice Joke. Katu's going to have to come back and catch that, but neither team is giving anyone a breather in any lane, really. So Mincam may be going for a dive here.
Yeah, it looks like we will be seeing the dive. Slingshot does connect, and Nice Joke's going to be able to follow this one up, you would think. Culling actually breaks Mincam up. Nice Joke's still on the hunt. Shockwave's not going to be available for a bit, but 2 autos, those are always available, and that's what's needed to secure the kill for one Nice Joke.
Yeah, valiant effort by Katu there. Unfortunately, the passive of Mincam was enough to, get him out of here. Ooh, we might see our first.
Oh, another invade attempt. Once again on the Pharaoh. He's able to sidestep the slingshot. Nice Joke has Shockwave now. Pharaoh, though, is going to be able to walk out of this one. New South Wales don't want to dive too deep, just content with stealing the Raptors away. Down below, ZY forced to go golden and burn flash, actually. As you can see, a lot of damage being down. That's a great solar flare into the bullet time. Vegan Bandit will bear the brunt of that. Batty is immune to damage, but only for a short amount of time. That's okay. He's tumbling back in. He's helping get the kill. And Chelsea, great condemn into the slingshot. However, giving his life for it, as the rest of Griffith will clean the fight up. Mincam will fall. A triple kill for Pharaoh on this Fiddlesticks.
This Fiddlesticks has just been playing incredibly well this game, going straight damage, and I wasn't expecting it. I said before the game that, Fiddlestick's numbers were apparently quite low, but looking at it so far, this Fiddlesticks feels very, very strong.
Yeah, that was a great play from Pharaoh right there, getting in the right place at the right time to help turn things back in Griffith's favor. Still, though, I want to give credit to the baddie mid-cam connection right there. The condemn into the slingshot for the kill was pretty sweet. It would have been better if they were able to survive it, but Pharaoh with the triple kill off of that Crowstorm, obviously the star of that last play, and Griffith University with the unorthodox jungle pick definitely starting to come alive.
Yeah, definitely starting to come alive. Unfortunately, not being able to get that ulti come off a little sooner to save Vegan Ban. That was a very nice combo, but, unfortunately, the fear coming out of Pharaoh there, pretty much, if Baddie survived that would have been a very bad time for if you're Griffith, but they managed to take him down.
A little concerning, I feel like, for the University of New South Wales. You would expect them to come into this game and play, a lot more confidently, a lot more aggressive. Granted, they do have kind of more of this 5v5 teamfight comp, and we haven't gotten into those situations yet. These skirmishes do favor Griffith. Pharaoh, I called him out at the start of this saying, like, you know what? He's still a stronger player for this team. He's just had a couple weak performances as of late, but he is definitely performing on this Fiddlesticks and right place, right time, constantly looking for these skirmishes, looking for these fights, and getting himself quite far ahead. Now, mid-cam, no slouch either. In fact, he's actually going to be going for a cheeky little dragon play. It has been warded. It has been spotted, so I don't expect Griffith to give this one over for free as they are looking down and beelining for that dragon play.
Yeah, they are definitely not going to give that Infernal Drake for free. That is going to be a very important objective of this game. Nice Joke needs to get the ball delivery out there. Oh, no.
Oh, but it's actually looking like Vegan Bandit getting caught. Mincamp's going to try to do what he can to zone out the rest of the team. The Infernal Dragon, as well as trying to chase down members of Griffith. Chauncey, in the middle of a bad situation, has to flash to avoid the shockwave, but is still able to catch one. The rest of New South Wales, they're running down the river. Chauncey will fall, despite going golden. Pharaoh will go down next, and that is a big triple kill going over to the baddie, and a dragon to boot.
That was almost a pentakill there for baddie there on the backline, just missing out by literally like an auto attack, but that was ridiculous. Watch him, he gets off the backline, manages to get out, and then the jump in from Mincam, and just like we said, the front to back team fights favor UNSW, and here we just have ZY walking in, one after the other, bang, 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 triple kill later. So that was an incredibly good fight, yeah.
Chauncey. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he probably wasn't going to get away anyways. The best I'm going to have to say about that situation, as blue buff will be secured right there for the University of New South Wales. Starting to get invade, starting to close the map out a bit for Griffith, give Pharaoh less opportunities because the surprise bush is going against Pharaoh, the Cyclone coming down, and it does look like Ozo is going to try to do everything himself. Pharaoh falls, as on the other side, ZY was trying to buy some time. Looks like he gets caught by the stun as well. Nice check from over the wall, almost provides an escape line for ZY, but it will not be enough. ZY goes down courtesy of a slam from the mid-cam. Getting too close into the fight is one Tattoo. He will be the next person to drop mid-cam with another double kill on this Zac.
Now, this is the UNSW that we've seen play previously. It was looking pretty shaky there until about 15 minutes, but this is the UNSW we see. They get one advantage, and now, even though all those kills went to Vayne, everyone in there in UNSW just feels miles ahead.
Chauncey trying to use the bullet time to clear the wave. Unfortunately, doesn't get the cannon, so has to be careful of a dive. We've seen him step a little too far forward once before. This time, plays it safe, staying back, and
big
this
hurt,
is the unfortunate
big
thing.
Hurt, no.
Ooh, big hurt. Looking for an all-in on baddie. That's not going to go well, and has to back out for now. Going to the point I wanted to make right now, Fiddlesticks, great start, but that's because he's had a lot of map to work with. As this map actually starts to get choked out for Griffith University, it's going to get harder and harder for Pharaoh to really find these angles and force these fights and get these sort of counter engages I feel that the Fiddlesticks needs.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for Pharaoh to get those flanks off, and like we said in the pre-game, and like we saw in that last major team fight, UNSW's team very much favors the front-to-back traditional team fight, whereas Griffith, they like that ganks, they like to catch people out. Like we've seen, where Pharaoh has been successful has been when he's been catching people out. So, nice little fake out there from Ozo.
Oh my gosh, God. That's going to be an all-in, and that's going to be a dead Katu. This is why Wukong is one of the priority picks in this tournament right there. Those 1v1 abilities. All he has is a Blade of the Ruin King, and he does that much damage.
And it's the mind games there, the standing still, forcing the E, the dash out of Katu. faking him out, thinking he's used the W. The second he uses that E, he's like, cool, now I can just do what you thought I was going to do, and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and he's going to go ahead and get out as well, having drawn 3 members of Griffith University to that bot side. Batty actually being in a bit of trouble, does enough autos to heal himself. Just enough to stay alive. The Blade of the Ruined King coming in handy for Batty.
Yeah, Blade of the Ruined King saving Batty there, as that was the right move by Big Herc there, getting the Hemoplague E off, just backing out. Unfortunately, the minions there were able to help, but hey, at the end of the day, that was a very clutch save on the side of Batty.
Yeah, very, very big brain play coming out of this Vayne. Something you don't normally see on Vaynes, but you like to see it here. You do see it in higher elo games. Doesn't matter what champion they play, so Batty making the Vayne pick work, but we're not done yet. The ball delivery system's coming in, courtesy of a mid-cam, and they've caught themselves a Conchi. No need for the Shockwave. That's a good pick. That is a 80 carry down and a Baron on the map. Ozo does have teleport if he wants to come up, so he's just going to continue putting pressure down below, and the rest of New South Wales, they're heading towards that big purple worm.
Yeah, they're going to make their way there towards the Baron there, as they're pretty much going to have to commit 3 bot lane right now to try to take down Ozo, but they're just having to give up the Baron for it.
They even lost the tower down there too, so that's a kill in exchange for a tower and a Baron. Not a good trade for Griffith University.
No, definitely not a good trade if you're on Griffith University. A consolation kill for sure, but Ozo's willing to die there because the advantages they gain from that death is just, it greatly outweighs the cost.
See why? Good sentence played. Follow up from Big Hercus does enough to scare Mincam out of the jungle, so a little bit of respect being thrown back towards New South Wales, saying okay, yeah, we saw what you can do, but here's a taste of what we can do. Don't get too comfortable here. And I like that Griffith University, look how warded their jungle is. Look how prepared they are to actually still skirmish and fight in their own jungle if they have to. They are keeping as much control of this game as possible. And that tells me, Griffith, they might still find that opening to fight back into this despite being 10k down.
Yeah, Pharaoh is still very strong, and we've seen Big Herc, even though he's 1-2, being able to take on Batty in the 1v1. So I think if they can get a really good jump on someone, they can still very easily get themselves back into this game.
Unfortunately, it's going to be tough because the 3rd dragon will be going New South Wales way. You got yourself the Soul Stealer on Nice Joke. It has 10 stacks already. So, Orianna feeling themselves right now. Nice Joke, very confident in this one, as no one has really been able to get in Orianna's face, but on the other side, that is Pharaoh getting found out, and the Fiddlesticks will be taken out of the equation. No jungle available means here comes the push straight down the middle. That Baron-empowered cannon doing work. The rain actually not hitting it, and here comes mid-cam. Ball delivery system is going after Katu, and just a little bit short. Shockwave was blown on that, and a risky engage from New South Wales does not hit its mark.
Yeah, but I think UNSW knows that they're in a position where they can go for that, as the bullet time coming across doing a fair bit of damage there to Vegan
Doesn't
Band.
save the tower. It doesn't save the tower, though. So, unfortunately, Griffith University, that's a pretty critical team fight ultimate out of the equation. What is that damage from Nice Joke? Chonchi barely gets out of that alive on the sliver of health, but that might open the doors. Batty leading the charge, tumbling forward, gets 1 kill, and there's enough heals and shields to keep Batty alive as the rest of Griffith University are falling. 1, 2, possibly 3. Pharaoh is actually flashing under the tower. Batty's just going to chase right under. Batty finally does fall as Chonchi is able to respawn, but the damage has been done. There's 2 long death timers right now. Make that 3 as ZY is the next to go down. And New South Wales, they're pushing forward. They still have the Baron-empowered minion. Do they want to try and end the game here? Mincam instead is pinging that tower down below. They're going to put the pressure on the bot side as Ozo brings minions up top.
Yeah, I think Batty definitely went a little too deep there. Never mind, they still get the kill. I think Batty went a little deep there for the kill, ends up dying for it, and making it a little slower, but the deed is already done. If you're UNSW, you've already pretty much confirmed the game, so I think they were, he's just having a little fun with it. It's his last game of the regular season. I think he just wanted to have a little bit of fun with it, so it's good to see that they didn't immediately lose off it.
Ozo, a bit of trickery, a bit of deceivery, and Katu, we've seen this before. Ozo going for that 1v1, flashes out the solar flare. Pharaoh with the Crow Storm is not going to find anything, unfortunately, as the Monkey, again, faking play, the big 5-head plays. Griffith University not going to fall for it. I think the teleport may have given it away from Nice Joke.
Yeah, Ozo has just played with all of Griffith's minds this game, and has just been incredibly good at, you know, faking them out. Especially Katu. Katu's fallen for the trick about 3 or 4 times. So, you know, if it ain't broke, why fix it? He's just going to keep doing it to you. So, really, really unfortunate. But again, we're now starting to see why Wukong is now starting to become one of those prio picks in the top.
Yeah, this has just been a rough game for Katu. Every lane he goes, it's just been bad times, is the best way to put it. And University of New South Wales, very much in control of this game. 2 inhibitors are down, only 1 left standing. They are looking to march straight on into that playoffs in that number 2 seed off of a win, only dropping 1 game to the University of Sydney, and this could be that final push. Nice joke. We saw him play well before. It's actually Batty who got over aggressive and almost opened the door back for Griffith University, so eyes should be on that vein and what Batty can do before, you know, tumbling straight forward into a bad situation. ZY is the man who goes deep with the Zenith Blade, gets taken down to half, but is able to survive, and they're able to catch Batty yet again. A shutdown going over to Chachi, and here comes the fight. The Culling actually finds Ozo on the back end mid-camp, though in the back line of Griffith is buying so much time. The Shockwave only hits 1 as mid-camp explodes. Vegan Baggett is able to get onto Katu, but he's running away, and he's dragging the aggro with him. On the backside, mid-camp does go down to Big Herc, and eventually, yes, Katu gets run down, but it is a big fight going in favor of Griffith. Now, the push is still continuing. Super Minions are still piling into the base. Nice Joke and Vegan Bandit, they're still sticking around, and this could be a very risky play. Making it rain slows down Nice Joke. The stun does not connect on the ZY, but neither does the Zenith Blade. New South Wales not content to end this, yet so much damage thrown down onto the Leona as Nice Joke finally looks to be escaping. Vegan Bandit a bit further behind again, this time disconnect with the stun, but the Zenith Blade landed, and off of that redirect, Griffith is able to get on to Nice Joke. He's forced to go golden as Vegan Bandit actually is looking to solo out Pharaoh. It's a 1-for-1, and Vegan Bandit is the last man standing. The stun connects onto Chauncey, but here comes the teleport. University of New South Wales, they're back, and it is Ozo leading the charge. The Cyclone is up, the Cyclone is spinning, down goes Chauncey. ZY is the next target. There's Cyclone number 2. ZY will fall, and in the 1v3, does Ozo have it? Big Hurt, he has to go pull, and backup arrives in the form of Katu. They take down the monkey, and Griffith University survive.
How did Griffith actually manage to survive that push? That should have been the game-ending push by UNSW, but miraculously catching out Batty there, bringing them back into this game, and that was a very good fight for Griffith.
Minions in the base right now. Look at the minions in the base right now. Like, that actually almost took down another Nexus tower. The third inhibitor did fall, and there was minions who did most of the work at that. Griffith University, yes, they survived the fight, but at what cost? As on the replay screen right there, we can see Ozo nearly getting the 1v3 to go his way. Big Herc with the pool was able to buy just enough time for Katu to arrive. However, that is a Cloud Dragon Soul going over to New South Wales.
Yeah, Cloud Dragon Soul going over to the side of UNSW, and I think this is probably one of our highest kill games in this tournament. This has been an absolute slugfest, back and forth, as both teams just not willing to let go.
I mean, most slugfests don't start to really heat up when there's a 10k deficit between the two teams, but credit to Griffith University, they did find their way back into this fight, and that's just it. Like, Griffith University, they're proving they can still hit hard, and New South Wales, we've seen it twice now. Batty overextending himself in a fight, getting caught, and Griffith able to turn it around. I think New South Wales just needs to calm down, recognize the lead that they have. They can still end this at any moment, and that moment can be now. They're coming into this next fight with the Dragon Soul, with the Baron buff, 3 inhibs down. Does Griffith University have another miracle in them?
They have their ultimates back up, so this is going to be a big fight from both teams. It's just a matter of whether or not Griffith can find the catch-out they're looking for, or if UNSW can stay safe, as they're looking to just end the game.
Batty doing just so much work if he's able to free hit those towers like that. Griffith not confident to go in just yet, but that moment's got to come soon because you have so many super minions in the base right now. They need to find this fight. That third inhibitor is up, but it won't be up for long. Ozo looking for a chance to push in, actually decides against it. Big Herc on the top side as well, trying to zone people away. Batty is actually flashed upon. Here comes the Hemo Plague. It did connect. Bullet time in the middle does get disrupted, and Katu actually will be the first to fall. Without the 80 carry, I think Griffith is done, as New South Wales keeps piling straight down the middle. Ozo forcing the flash, forcing the gold out of Pharaoh. The last man standing, the Shockwave helps secure the kill just as the Nexus falls, and New South Wales take their final game of the season.
Yes.